Okay, you're back with the Passionfruit Whalrus, and we are carrying on the campaign from last time against the Protoss. We'll start overlapping these tanks again.
Base is under
And my base. Oh, that's a bit awkward. Oh, he's dead. No, he's not. Where's he going? Okay, there he is. Never mind.
base is under attack.
Where's forward?
Your forces are under attack.
What's going on over here? Oh, right.
Base is under attack.
Rock and roll. Go, go, go. I read you. Orders received.
Your forces are under attack. Additional supply depots required.
I don't think there's really much resistance now, so I think I'm just going to send my troops forward. Speed up their destruction a little bit. Bring those tanks forward.
Absolutely. Identify target. Orders, sir.
Base is under attack.
It is a nuisance that the Marines can't be healed. At least not until you play Brood War. Because like all the other species have a sort of degree of healing, whereas the Terrans just don't. Like the Zerg will heal themselves.
Reporting for duty.
And the Protoss all have shields which regenerate, so even though they're damaged inside the shield, they get the shield back, so it sort of acts like a bit of healing.
Your forces are under attack.
So yeah, the Terrans just don't. They just sort of cannon fodder, and it's a bit crap in that way.
Systems functional.
But of course in Brood War they're a lot sort of better because you can assign a medic, and then they're quite tough, especially if you have 2 medics per squad. Right then.
Add-on complete.
I think I'm just going to move my troops down to
Your forces are under attack.
you know what? I think I'm going to just move them here and do an air assault, or am I? No, air assault to here, I think then. So I need my dropships back, and I need enough troops to do this. So how much have we got? 4 Goliaths, not many Marines. Right, let's load up one of these, and we'll send these back over there. Not you.
I'm listening.
Yeah, great.
I copy that. Buckle up.
Yes, all you lot can go over there.
Orders, Captain.
Except
Go ahead, Tac.
no.
Upgrade complete.
Right.
Upgrade complete.
Target designated.
I want a few Marines here, and we'll just set up a bunker so we've got a little bit of defense.
Identify
The
target.
rest of the tanks I think can go over here with this assault.
Delighted to, sir.
That's where the dropship. There he is.
Destination.
You
In
come
the
over
5,
here.
5, 5.
Look, 4 of you. I'm already getting 4 of these in the dropship.
Give me somebody to shoot.
But never mind.
Orders, sir. Identify target.
Destination.
Orders, sir. Proceeding.
Add-on complete.
Destination.
What the hell's going on?
Input coordinates.
Oh, I've got a shitload of.
Destination.
Oh crap! I didn't even notice that.
Input coordinates.
Okay,
Go ahead, HQ.
you
In
guys
the
need to be
5,
dropped
5,
off up
5.
here to do your mining.
Orders, Captain.
I need a tower there.
Yes, sir.
We're clear to just go across that bit of
Not enough
space.
energy.
Because you can go along this path, but it's a bit narrow and awkward, so I think I'm just going to airdrop them. Yeah, may as well. to do with another tank, really.
Reporting for duty.
Input coordinates. Hang on, we're in for some chop.
Right away, sir. Jacked up and good to go.
Go in there. Okay then.
I'm
So,
listening. Input coordinates.
Identify target. Give me something to shoot.
I'm listening.
okay.
Go ahead, HQ.
So I'm going to drop all them
I copy
here.
Greetings, Command.
And another downside with the Terrans is you have to build a lot of structures to be able to upgrade like your basic units.
Destination. In the pipe.
For example, you can't
Destination. Identify target.
you can't upgrade your infantry guns to level 3 without building. Let's see. You need the vehicle manufactory, and you need the starport, and then you need the science lab to get it all the way up to level 3. Whereas with the Zerg, you basically just upgrade your hive a few times, and
Input coordinates. Strap yourselves in, boys.
Transmit orders.
yes, and then you need to build, let's say, Queen's Nest or
Affirmative,
Lair or
sir.
whatever it's called,
Standing by.
and that's your
Input coordinates.
oh, there's some-
Go ahead,
no,
HQ.
okay. Yeah, and that's your little all your ground creatures to level 3 in weapons and armor, which is really handy. So it's kind of strange that it was that difference there.
Go ahead, TACOM.
I can't remember exactly what you need for the Protoss.
Yes, sir.
I think it's not quite as bad as the Terran, but it's still quite a bit.
Proceeding. Orders, sir. Absolutely.
Base is under attack.
Greetings, Command. Go ahead, TACOM. Commander.
So I think we can move these up to assault this area as well.
Identify target. Receiving headquarters. Yes, sir.
Because
Absolutely.
they don't really need to be there doing much at the moment. And these guys can
Go
just
ahead,
go
HQ.
home to the starport because I don't need them anymore. Well, unless I suddenly get massacred, I don't need them.
In transit, HQ.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. Pretty much done, really. Do this, lay a few mines for when the Zerg turn up.
I read you.
Because this area will be attacked
Give me something to
once
shoot.
we win.
Your forces are under attack.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Orders, sir. Bring it on.
Move these guys
Proceeding.
over a bit. And my tanks need to go forward.
Sir.
Channel open. Systems functional.
Identify target. Yes, sir. Moving. Destination.
Not sure if I actually need to be going this slowly, really, but
Transmit orders. Yes, sir.
tactic that works pretty well for the Terrans anyway. You
Absolutely.
could do the same tactic with Zerg by using Guardians instead of Siege Tanks, and then just back them up with Hydralisks, and probably an Overlord instead of a Science Vessel. But I generally don't bother, I just use
All right. Bring it
Hydralisks and
on. Something on your mind?
not much else.
Yeah, I'm
Normally,
going.
occasionally I use some other things.
I dig.
Queens are handy sometimes for some sniping enemy vehicles, which is a cool little
Yeah, I'm going.
thing you can play with. The only downside to it is that you can't really synchronize them because, yeah, I've said that before.
Is that it?
Because like if you could, then you could have them take out multiple enemy siege tanks and stuff and really just destroy the enemy's ranged defences. And then just charge your troops in. But it's really awkward to do that because you'd have to manually command each queen, and then you've got to make sure they don't die, because the enemy will bring in their air force and things to try and deal with it and stuff. So it's not ideal.
Something on your mind?
You guys can just stay there and be sacrificed, I think.
No problem.
What's some more down here as well? Oh, no, he's empty.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
What are you on? Oh, is that it?
I want you to do your job,
What are
Mr.
you
Whiskers.
on? Yeah? No problem. Oh, is that it? Yeah, I'm going.
Right, so, a few more here.
Is that it?
And they shouldn't be coming the direction of the Protoss base,
Sir.
so I won't bother putting any by here.
Oh, is that it? Something on your mind? Yeah?
Okay. Right, not much left.
Identify target.
I think I'll just charge. Oh no, there's a.
Yes, sir. Move it.
The photon cannons can be a pain, really.
Receiving headquarters.
Go ahead, Terran.
Transmit orders.
There we go.
Commencing.
Let's send the troops in now, and we're good.
Let's move.
Victory is mine. So just wait for the attack now.
Absolutely. Delighted to, sir. Identify target. Identify target. Orders, sir.
Okay.
Delighted to, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Here we go. Zerg in my position now. And there's a lot of attackers.
Receiving incoming transmission.
This is Kerrigan. We've neutralized the Protoss, but there's a wave of Zerg advancing on this position. We need immediate evac.
Belay that order. We're moving out.
What? You're not just gonna leave them.
All ships prepare to move away from Tarsonis on my mark.
Boys? How about that evac?
Damn you, Arcturus. Don't do this.
It's done. Helmsman, signal the fleet and take us out of orbit. Now!
Commander? Jim? What the hell is going on up there?
Bastards left her behind. Okay.
The fleet has lost contact with the ground forces at New Gettysburg. General Mengsk has ordered the immediate disengagement of the Core Hall fleet from the Tarsonian system. Protoss and Zerg forces continue to battle across the core continent of Tarsonis. Receiving incoming transmission.
I can't believe he actually left her down there. I'm gone, and you better come with me. There's no telling who Arcturus will screw over next.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Gentlemen, you've done very well. But remember that we've still got a job to do. The seeds of a new empire have been sown, and if we hope to reach...
To hell with you.
You're making a terrible mistake. Don't even think to cross me. I have sacrificed too much to let this fall apart.
You mean like you sacrificed Kerrigan?
You'll regret that. You don't seem to realize my situation here. I will not be stopped. Not by you, or the Confederates, or the Protoss, or anyone. I will rule this sector, or see it burnt to ashes around me. If you try to get
The fleet is prepped and ready, Commander. Awaiting orders.
The hell with him. We're gone.
It appears that General Duke has successfully activated Tarsonis' primary defensive weapon, the ion cannon. The cannon must be shut down if any escape attempt is to be made.
Okay. It's funny how quickly
Commander, looks like we're on our own. It's funny. Seems like yesterday Arcturus was the idealistic rebel crusader. Now he's the law and we're the criminals. Kills me to know that we helped him achieve his goals of conquest. Damn it. I shouldn't have let her go alone.
seriously, dude, what do you think he was doing?
SCV good to go, sir. Roger that.
It's kind of weird that Mengsk doesn't actually put up more resistance when Raynor decides to leave. It's like, wouldn't he try and talk him out of it? It's just like, no, don't you cross me straight away. And it's just like, why? Why wouldn't you actually try and reason with the guy? Sit him down and talk about it. Hell, you could even send him on a suicide mission to try and get Kerrigan back. Just to keep him happy, and then if he dies in the process, he's out of your way. And if he doesn't, then he's back with her or whatever, and he's got some closure. But no, he's just like, no, you can't cross me. Oh, come on. What an idiot. Yes, I think this is the last mission in the Terran campaign. We've just got to get up here and destroy this thing. It's the ion cannon. It's quite a long mission though, because there's a lot of enemy and they've got pretty much everything that the Terrans can have. So you've got to deal with battle cruisers and all sorts. Plus they have the science vessels, which are a pain because they tend to just float around and irradiate random units of yours, which is annoying. It's very much like the way the Queen will snipe your tanks and things if you're playing against the Zerg. It doesn't really stop you or anything, it's just irritating more than anything, and just disrupts what you're trying to do. I think there's a second lot of resources down here somewhere, or whatever. There's another one nearby. I'll be going for that before long. So, getting my defences and things in order. Let's bung a bunker there, I think. And how are we doing? Right, how many of these things have we got? Only 8 and 1, so 7. Right. So we've done 2 for the main thing and then some more for the gas. I suppose really I ought to try some different types of tactics for Starcraft. I've sort of got used to playing the game in a certain way, so I'm kind of stuck with it at the moment.
Fire it up.
Presumably there's other ways you could do it. You could focus on air forces instead of ground troops. You could not bother with the siege tanks, maybe use Ghost to do like larger damage with more nukes. Focus more on Goliaths or Vultures as like a slightly faster attack to support with your infantry and things. So there's some other things that could be done. Generally I haven't really tried any of them. Or at least not much, not unless I actually had to for the sake of like the mission.
Destination.
Right, another 2 for the gas after that.
SCV good to go, sir.
Get a couple more of those on the go.
Roger that.
At least get a bit of a faster start with a few more SCVs and a bit more starting resources in this level. Well, good. Right, we don't have an academy yet, do we? So we need one of them. Let's put it there. Let's cram a lot of this stuff together. Right, and I could do with an anti-air turret up here. There we go.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. You want a piece of me, boy?
Yeah, I suppose one of the other big differences between the Zerg and like the other two species is that their version of supply depots is mobile and actually useful for the rest of the game, because their overlords function the same way as the Terran depots do. They increase your unit capacity, and they also work as dropships, so you can transport troops in them, and they act as observers, so you can detect hidden units with them. So they're a sort of 3-in-1 thing, which is pretty cool, really. But it does seem like it's a bit sort of excessive, really, when like the Terrans can't do that. They all have separate things for the same function, or for the different functions. So yeah, it's a little odd.
Not enough minerals.
It's one of the reasons I like the Zerg, like they've got things like that which are just kind of cool. Right, so I think we'll leave it there and we'll carry on when we come back. So thank you for watching, and bye bye for now.